All right, a lot of questions for this new 08S. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I did with mine. So I'll just start from the front, move my way to the back, installed the 4mm sway bars, which really tighten things up, keeps it very flat on the pavement. I think power slides really nice. I'll get to the motor in a second, but it's a big motor. The truck is heavier, so I also upgraded the springs. Shock oil is the same, but these are the heavier weight springs front and back. So Arrma offers, I think, four or five optional springs. There's only one that's heavier than stock, and then there's three that are a lighter setting. The sway bars come in at 3, 4, and 5mm. I bought all three, but started with the 4 so I could go up or down. I really like the 4. I'll probably just stick with those. Inside, 800 kV, big Castle motor here. I went with the M2C for the motor mount. Gearing, stock 47 tooth spur gear, and then a 39. I think that's 39. Yeah, 39 on the pinion there. 8mm bore, and that's also an Arrma gear. And as you can see, it's the Monster X 8S. Runs really well. Motor does not get hot at all. Back-to-back battery packs last weekend, about 40 minutes of high speed back and forth in a large field, and the hottest this thing got was like 150. Very manageable. Highly recommend the Power Hobby batteries. These 7000 mAh give me at least 20 minutes of runtime, pretty good. In the back, real quick, so a lot of us, including myself, have had issues with the rod ends either pushing in or slipping out. So what I did is I moved, and I'm not the only one to do this, just move this outboard a little bit. So then I, tighten this down, which effectively puts more of the thread inside the ends. And so far that thing seems to be working out. Just 15 minutes in the street here, test drive, everything's still together. What else have I done? A couple of little things. So you guys have probably noticed, if you own the truck, that when the body's on, it rattles a lot. There's a lot of play. So I took these little spacers, these little plastic spacers. So these ones came with the Pro Line body mounts for a different truck, and I just bored the hole out. And in the back, these are just really cheap ones that came with my two-wheel drive Stampede. And these ones are a tiny bit thinner because there's less extra play back here. These take up most of the play, which is awesome. And then on the body, something I did, because, so up front, you'll notice here, after only like an hour of playtime, this had already rubbed a hole through the paint. You can see it right there. So that's kind of a bummer, but I threw some duct tape on there. That'll help it in the front, in the back. How else do I have this thing set up? Tiny bit of negative camber on the rear wheels, maybe half degree. Towed in, of course, and then towed out just slightly on the front. And hey, this is my setup, and I'm happy with it.